All right, now we are live. Welcome back, everybody, to today's episode of the Scrub Club Game Podcast, episode 155. I can't think of anything clever to add to it.
What number is it? 155.
155.
Okay, like it's a nice round number. What's 155 divided by 5? That's 11 plus 20, so that's 31. That 31 sets of 5. Like that's a prime number times another prime number. Like do you even need anything clever to come up with?
You're right.
Now, if we had 144 or 169, then we could do things more clever with that because those are 12 squared and 13 squared. But we're just stuck right there, halfway in the middle.
14 more
Actually,
episodes.
14 more episodes. 14 more episodes. There we go.
We'll have something. We'll have something for the funny number when it rolls up.
It's a nice little story arc we could make there. It's a nice filler, but it's one of those tasteful fillers. None of that beach episode fillers or we're suddenly in Arabian Nights type of fillers. No, it's a proper, like trapped in a video game collecting trading cards kind of filler.
Was that a Sonic reference?
Yes.
Was it?
Arabian Nights. Sonic and the Seven Rings.
No. I was talking about Bleach.
Oh.
No. When has Sonic ever had a beach episode? Well, except for that one episode of Sonic X.
That, and also they had an Arabian Nights game, which was pretty bad.
No. I'd sooner acknowledge that Sonic 06 was part of Sonic Adventure.
It's not Sonic 06, Kabuto. It's Sonic and the Seven Rings.
No, I would sooner acknowledge that Sonic 06 is part of the Sonic Adventure timeline than I would acknowledge that Sonic and the Secret Rings even existed beyond making that comparison. There's only one crappy storybook themed Wii Sonic game that I will accept the existence of, and that is Sonic and the Black Knight.
That's my favorite Sonic game. I'm very big into King Arthur. That's why I like
better
King
than
Arthur.
Heroes. Better than Adventure. Better than Adventure 2.
Yeah, but Heroes wasn't on.
Better than Unleashed.
Ooh, hey, speaking
better
of
than
which,
Colors.
Oh, yeah. It's actually a really good segue to one of the articles that was just posted in the messages. Sonic Frontiers, first glimpse of gameplay revealed. Oh, Joe Scrolls. I don't know how to say that name, sorry. Apparently, Sonic Frontiers could... Was that?
It sounded like you just said a swear word in Italian.
It probably was. At least how I said it. Joe Skrevels. Skrebels. I am butchering that guy's name.
Can we introduce ourselves first, Scoogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jen needs to get into the thing, Scoogs.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here. All right.
Hey, Jen, what's up?
Hi.
Let me just take care of the intros real quick. Okay. I am your shadow leader, Boken Kabuto, who does none of the reading of the articles, but I'm still going to introduce everyone, so that kind of makes me the de facto, not Rocky, more like an Adam, like during Operation Overdrive. Anyways, here I have Skooks, who will be the article reading officer, Jen, the butt kick officer,
we are Jen,
and Ezio, the assassino officer, because he's clearly named after a certain Signore de Fiorenzi.
So, Boken, where can I find you? Other than twitch.tv/Boken Kabuto.
You could also find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. And yes, I will start Twitch streaming Jedi Fallen Order midway through June, which, by the way, is coming up soon because it's the last day of May.
Now, who'd like to go next? We got. Well, actually, let's do Jen next. Jen, where can they find you, miss?
Hey guys, so you guys already did the intro, right?
Just barely, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Sorry, I was rebooting my laptop. It took a while, but
That's your
No
Hi,
worries.
nice to meet you. It's nice to meet Ezio, and I can't wait to work with you more. Um, you can find me on TikTok, GMessy2, and you can find me on Instagram at Jen Messina. Um, I'm kind of inactive right now when it comes to cosplay and whatnot, but
Very busy
I'll be
report.
there. Uh,
Speaking of,
Ezio.
speaking of cosplay, real quick, Jen, are you going to AX?
No, I'm not going to AX this
Hell
year.
no.
Dang.
I'm focused on only one thing and one thing only. Power Morphicon.
Same.
Oh.
I think I'm just gonna go to Power Morphicon this year.
And let's be honest, we're all going to Power Morphicon because let's go, Kaija. Don't want to get
It's
any
mandatory.
copyright strikes. But we still gotta celebrate that we got Ryo Tozawa showing up.
Oh no, it's because we're also part of Morphin Network.
That's it.
Yeah, so am I. But the thing is, it's like you still gotta go because Ryo Tozawa. Look, there are 3 Captain Marvels in a multiverse, and we're gonna meet one of them.
I'm not really like a Toku fan, but I do love Power Rangers.
So yeah,
The
definitely
problem is,
follow us.
we're meeting Toei's Captain Marvel, which means that I will have met 2 Captain Marvels. All I need is Zach Levi, and then I will have completed the entire Trinity.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, there are 3 Captain
Go,
Marvels.
go into detail. Just
Let's
go.
do it.
There's the DC Captain Marvel, who's
Oh yeah.
the Billy Batson, who fights Superman when he endorses Lex Luthor for president. Then you got
Why
Marvel's
do you have
Captain
to explain
Marvel,
this?
and then you got Toei's Captain Marvel, who is Gokai Red of the Gokai Pirates. So imagine One Piece if they were Power Rangers.
That sounds like a nightmare that I'm gonna have to dive myself into. All
Yeah,
right.
but the best part is they only need 51 episodes. No, wait,
I think
yeah,
Jen's
51
regret all
episodes.
of her decisions on coming to this.
Oh, and by the way, I got the shirt this week. Yep.
It is a very cool shirt. Now, Ezio, where can we find you, sir? Our newest member of the squad.
All right. You guys can find me at Ezio21God on Twitch and on Twitter.
Hell yeah. Are you planning on any streams lately, sir?
Probably when I get down to Georgia this weekend, I'm probably gonna do a stream.
Georgia. Well, look forward to that, gang. It's going to be good. Now, since Jen just came in and put in the article, we're looking forward to the new open world Sonic game, Sonic Frontier.
Yes,
You want me
I
to
wanted
read the
to talk
article
about
for you?
that.
Yes. Jen, go ahead.
Well, I thought we were in a structure. I thought that was the last.
There is no structure here.
Okay, so
Only chaos.
Joe Scrabbles of IGN posted about the first glimpse of the gameplay revealed, and you should have just posted up the video directly. Yeah, so it's a 3D Sonic game, Sonic Frontiers. The footage revealed on Twitter shows off Sonic running across a lush world, high-speed combat, boss battles, and more, and you can see it all in that video. And there's some nice screenshots if you look at the article. Let's see. They'll feature a month of content about Sonic Frontier that will begin on June 1st at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. United Kingdom time, and of course, it was originally teased in the summer, and so basically, new Sonic content coming up. There's some screenshots. Wow, the rendering on some of these screenshots look amazing and very, very
Beautiful.
They kind of look like Breath of the Wild.
That's what
in
everyone's
design.
calling it. It's called Sonic Breath of the Wild.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like Genshin. Like I get.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. if it turns out this is one of several worlds in the Sonic game, and there's another one that is based off of ZTR, dude, really, Sonic Frontiers is a game where you go to the Nintendo multiverse, where you go through like the regions of different Nintendo properties like Breath of the Wild, Dread, Bayonetta 3, and so on. And if that were the case, I would love to see that. Now, I'm joking. That doesn't actually happen. I'm just making a
They could actually,
hilarious fake prediction. But still, let's be honest. How cool would it be to see Sonic fight an Emmy? Especially since the Emmys already look like the Eggman robots from the Sonic movie.
It's good marketing. But you know what I'm most excited for? I know it's not yet, but I'm going to wake up extra early at 6 a.m. tomorrow because you know what's happening tomorrow for Nintendo?
tomorrow. Is that tomorrow? Is there a direct tomorrow?
Yes, for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
I was like, wait,
waking
is there a
up-
Nintendo Direct tomorrow? You scared the. I was like, do I have to be up early tomorrow?
No. It's for Pokemon.
Oh,
Because-
okay.
Because you know I am Team Scarlet. So as much as I am excited for Sonic Frontier, the one I've been waiting for, and I'm gonna wake up extra early in about 8 plus
Yeah, your
10 hours. I'll be up for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm part of Scarlet.
Yeah, well, I'm Team Violet because I like the simplicity.
No!
I like Violet because I like the color purple.
No.
For me, it's more like a Geki Bioret thing.
Well, it's
I
because
know,
it's
I'm-
located in it's in Italy and
Spain, actually.
well, yeah, Spain. My bad. Yeah, but Scarlet Gang.
I was so scared, Jen. You scared me. I'm like, is there really a Direct tomorrow?
No, I'm sorry. I meant to say Pokemon.
Well,
okay?
like on
Pokemon Direct.
like
Yeah.
actually, this leads to a great segue because there's another event happening on Thursday. If you can, it's a State of Play.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that no one's hyped for that. Honestly,
Yeah, there's really nothing interesting, and especially considering that leads to a segue to another article. Yeah, no one really wants to hear what Sony has to say. Jen, where'd you go? Jen! Okay, but for real though, yeah, no one wants to hear about that. We'd rather have a Nintendo Direct where we finally get a proper release date for Bayonetta 3. We know it's this year, but you know, we still don't have an exact date yet. It's just 2022. And I'm like, Platinum, please don't release the game on December 31st. So that we would have the maximum amount of wait while making you a keeper of your promise. But let's go towards let's dial back to our original topic. What do you guys think about the new Sonic footage and screenshots?
I like them. Like, I think they're like it's a new Sonic game. The last few Sonic games were not that good, so like this is a change of pace. We might actually have a good Sonic game. I think the last Sonic game that a lot of people really enjoyed was Mania, and that came out in 2017, almost 5 years ago. And there was a few games that came after that, and they were not really good games, like Sonic and the Olympic Games for mobile, and Sonic Forces. Utter pain to say that name, but yeah.
Yeah. I would say, honestly, it's a darn shame that Sonic 06 sucked. I never played the game because I never had an Xbox, but I would have been interested in at least trying it out if it didn't have all the problems it had. So this is why I always say, you know what they should do? They should make a fifth installment of Sonic Adventure, a proper fifth installment called Sonic V. Get it? V. Like it could be V for victory and also V for like number 5. And it would involve a lot of time travel. And it could create like a retcon to Sonic 06 where you end up leading to creating a game called Sonic 06. Like the game is literally called Sonic 06, and the game will actually be good, unlike the actual Sonic 06. And yes, Sonic would be seen as like Silver's like enemy because Sonic from Sonic V probably did something to the timeline that created distortion in order to stop Eggman, and then like Sonic 06 is like the fallout of like Sonic V. So yeah, let's make an awesome Sonic 06 game by making a Sonic V game.
All right. Are you guys done stating your Sonic love?
Well, Jen, what's your take on Sonic not 06?
Well, okay, my take is I wanted Sonic Adventure 3. I wanted some child.
It's called Sonic Heroes.
It's called Sonic 06.
No, it's called Sonic Heroes.
I don't want to play that game. I'm sorry.
The fourth one is called Shadow the Hedgehog, which unfortunately is canon.
No.
Yes.
No.
Great-
Yes.
Great
yes.
music though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Here I am.
Anyways, my whole thoughts on this is I'm very excited. I'm really excited for the whole open world theme. I just want to let you know Kirby doesn't have that same open world. Like it has more like a 3D world platform look. But I will say I recommend the Kirby game if you get the chance, the Forgotten Land. But overall, I'm very excited for the Sonic game. I really want to wish, nothing but the best. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles.
I'm curious how a open world Sonic game would even work exactly, because
You know what I miss?
it's not that Sonic is on rails, but the thing is, like, there has to be like an end goal for each stage you do with Sonic. And while yes, like I like Sonic Adventure because there is some level of exploration within the action stages, like there's still like a goal ring on the other end of the map. So like I'm curious how that's gonna play out. And yeah, in Sonic Adventure 1, yes, we did have open world hubs, but like maybe that's what they're gonna go with. But like I hope like they do a better job with it, because last time they did an open world hub was with Sonic 06, and that was just terrible. That's why I
Overall,
want a good Sonic 06 by using Sonic V.
overall, I'm very excited. Sonic, beautiful game. Nothing much I can say. I don't know. The fighting style reminded me of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Mhm.
I'm really excited to see where it's headed to. It was really nice having a what's that word? Having good news come up.
Yeah.
And I'm also excited for the news for tomorrow. Scarlet Gang. That's where it's at.
Mhm.
Overall. Oh, and I was gonna say I'm hoping that they could bring Big the Cat, but I doubt they will ever bring Big the Cat to Sonic Frontiers.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, that'd be amazing because Big the Cat's my favorite character.
You know who they should bring to Sonic Frontier?
Viper.
No. Team Chaotix! Because how could you
No.
have a wide world without the greatest detective agency that ever lived?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, but for real though, like honestly, like if I got to create my own sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog, like I would make it such that like all but a small few of the Sonic heroes were actually like captured by an enemy threat, and like the only ones left are Shadow, Tails, and Vector. So then the three of them have to form like a ragtag team with like one speed type, one flight type, one power type, and there will be like 4 different play types where like
Nintendo's listening in on this.
yeah, where you got like where like Shadow, Tails, and Vector would each have their own unique play style, just like in the first two Sonic Adventure games. But there'll be a fourth play style where all three of them have to work as a team, like in Sonic Heroes. Like that, like if you could make that as a Shadow the Hedgehog game, like I would. Oh my god, yes.
Okay. That was just it. Skooks, did you want to have any input on what you thought about the Sonic Frontier game? I think it's amazing, and I'm really excited to play. That's great, Skooks.
All right. So, any last words on this before we move on to the next article?
That's it for me.
Okay.
I just hope it's a good game. I don't hope it's a flop like previous Sonic games in the last 5 years. So that's my wish, at least. I just want a good Sonic game that doesn't revolve Arabian Nights and stupid rings.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Mhm.
not again.
Yeah. Also, I just hate how like Secret Rings is literally on rails. Like I cannot even stress how on rails it is. Like none of the boost games are on rails like this horribly. Like you're like even if you're not touching anything, you're still continuously moving forward. And the only way to backtrack is by literally taking on damage.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's not. It's terrible. And also in order to like do a homing attack, you have to like literally bump up your controller up and then bump it forward. It's like what happened to just tapping the A button twice?
Okay.
Like you may say I have bad taste for actually going through with playing all 326 stories for Shadow the Hedgehog, but give me credit. At least I had the patience to play Westopolis 326 times, and I did not hate Shadow the Hedgehog enough to not finish it. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is flawed. It's got a lot of problems, but there's no way it's as bad as Sonic 06. But in both cases, if someone that can still play Shadow the Hedgehog hates Sonic and the Secret Rings with burning passion, you know Sonic and the Secret Rings sucks.
Okay. What's the next podcast article?
Well, there's a big article that we're not going to mention until someone comes into the things. So that's going to be our grand. That's going to be our grand finale, is what I would like to call it.
Oh, I see. Hold up. Let me look at the podcast articles.
Okay, so let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look. Okay. There's some news about Street Fighter 6. It's a YouTube video.
I saw that. It looks really beautiful.
Yeah, but I think there's like but it's like mostly like rumors of like when the next game's coming out. I don't know if you guys saw the video of it, but like what do you guys think of it?
Oh, yeah. What I like about it is like, I like how they over sexualize men. That's a good marketing tool.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're not wrong there. Really, I think I believe in equal opportunities. So, like, let's just overly sexualize everyone and then just like, just.
You know what? If feminists gets mad about women getting sexualized, why aren't they mad about this one?
Yeah. Again, I believe in equal opportunity. Like men checking women out, women checking men out. Look, it's like, should we be more decent as people? Yes. But at least some of us are honest enough with ourselves and others to know that none of us are decent
Mhm.
people. So it's like, let's just all admit that none of us are decent and just move along. Like none of that. Oh, like we are morally higher grounded than you are. No, it's like it's not like even a men versus women thing. It's like don't, don't get mad that men look at like strippers, no, like Playboy bunnies, if women are also looking at Chippendales, and it's like
You mean the cartoon, right?
ha 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 ha
Ah.
ha 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 ha. Wait, there's more. Ha. Also, on the other hand, it's like also like I know that there's like complaints where it's like on one hand it's like if a man cheats it's called a player, if a woman cheats she's called a hoe. But on the other hand, if a man cheats he's a scumbag, but if a woman cheats she's being empowered. I'm
I
like,
think it goes
look,
both
can,
ways.
can we just all agree that cheating is bad no matter who's doing it?
How
And
did we get to this conversation?
I don't
No, all
know.
I said was that Street Fighter 6 is like you can tell they're marketing and they're sexualizing men. That's all I said.
The point is, let's just sexualize all the
Equal
Street Fighter
opportunity
characters
players.
that are over the age of 18 canonically, and just like move on with their lives. Just equal opportunity sexualization, like Game of Thrones before it sucked.
Let's see. No, but if you ask me about Street Fighter 6, I'm hoping that like they could make it a little bit harder. Cause honestly, one of the big complaints about Street Fighter 5 is that like it's very easy. And on top of that, the combos aren't as long as like Street Fighter 4.
Oh
Like when you
jeez.
do combos on Street Fighter 5, it's not as long as before.
Uh-huh.
But they make the combos very easy kind of thing. That's how the gameplay is.
Uh-huh.
I really want them to I really like the V reversal, the V trigger movements, because it really does, help you escape from like, being backed up in the corner if say you play against like a charge character.
I would just like to have like simplified, Street Fighter 2 type of combos.
I know, but it's not that. Like I think
Just
it's like
bottom
fighting game
corner.
player from a fighting game player's perspective, it's not bad. Like
Mhm,
I can tell like Capcom really puts an effort,
mhm,
in
mhm,
terms of like trying to make it fair,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah. Or just like do away with like the whole weak weak punch kick, mid punch kick, strong punch kick, and then just use those extra buttons by like making them like the special moves. Heck, you could just make Street Fighters have the similar controls to Dragon Ball Fighters and the Battle for the Grid.
I guess so, but the mechanics behind it is kind of different.
Mhm,
I don't know how to explain this, but it's just like, you have V triggers, you have these things, and it's supposedly fair, right? So I'm not mad at what they're gonna do. What I want to see is like more longer combos. That's
mhm,
really my issue, like
mhm.
with the Street Fighter 6. Because in my opinion, a really good fighting game that I really like was Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
Ezio, you got anything you want to say about this?
As a casual Street Fighter fan, I'm a little happy that we got news, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not a really big Street Fighter guy. I'm more of like a Tekken and like Virtual Fighter. So
no, it's fine. I get you. I feel like
Mhm.
it's different. I'm excited for it.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's move on to PlayStation 3. Um, so this article from the Comic Book Gaming says Disappointing news in the PlayStation 3 go together like Ratchet and Clank, arguably the most disappointing mainline PlayStation console to date. Sony got a lot wrong with the PS3. Only one of these mistakes has haunted Sony beyond the PS3's years through its architecture of this console. It boasts a hyper unique architecture that doesn't play nicely with anything. Let's see, architecture backwards compatible. It's given Sony a major headache in terms of backwards compatibility. But put simply, games built to the architecture of the PS3 aren't easy to get running on other hardware, which is why PS3 backwards compatibility has been limited to streaming. There are rumblings that could change in the near future, but it hasn't changed yet. It has confirmed, and skipping a little bit ahead, Sony has confirmed that PS3 games available via PlayStation Plus will not support DLC in any capacity. As you may remember, DLC was a big thing during the PS3 generation. It's during the generation that many of the biggest games got not just one premium DLC release, but multiple premium releases. Why DLCs won't be supported, we don't know. Sony doesn't go into detail in regards to this matter, but it's because it's presumably extra work. So I'm just gonna leave it at those two paragraphs. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
In my opinion, you know how Sony has always had a problem with backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't with PS2. You could play PS1 games no problem.
Well, okay, but you know what I mean, right? Like
Yeah.
in general, it's not like because one of the things I don't really like Xbox, but there's one thing they did right, which was like they did a little bit of backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
Which I wish they would apply that same principle in Sonic, but they can't. And personally, there's a lot of people that still play PS3, believe it or not.
Mhm.
So I don't know. There's nothing much I can say. I mean, like because of supply shortage. I mean, I want to know how Sony's gonna kick themselves back up, considering like people are scalping PS5s like crazy.
Yeah, it's annoying for me because I've had like a brief like financial bull market, like with my personal finances where for this small window of time I could have gotten a PS5 no problem if I could just simply walk into a store and then just buy one like we used to with like GameCubes, PS2s, and heck even the Nintendo Switch. But like now, like the only way you could get a PlayStation 5 is if you order one online, and two, in the case of GameStop, you need a membership. Like you actually need to be a GameStop member in order to like even reserve one with them.
That's sad, honestly.
Yeah. And that sucks because I just want to play Spider-Man 5.
I know what you mean.
Spider-Man 2 is what I meant. Spider-Man 2.
Personally, PS3 was, I don't know, did you have good games with, you had good memories with PS3?
I never played PS3.
Well,
personally, I was a PS2 bro.
The king has returned.
Oh no, actually no. PS2 is
and the king is ignored because we're a little busy lamenting about PS3s.
I thought you were about
so the king needs to wait his turn. Jen, please continue.
All I'm saying is that I want to see where it goes. Sony, I need to see how you guys are going to recover from this. Backwards compatibility has been your problem this whole time. Do what Xbox is doing, okay? I don't like Xbox, but they did a good job on that. That's all I want.
Okay,
pointing at you, Sony. Sony, remember this. That's it.
Ezio?
I feel like we've all seen what Sony can do with their backwards compatibility with PS Now. Wasn't the best service. I think Game Pass was a way better experience with using like a whole library of old great games, but I feel like Sony just doesn't have a good history with this type of stuff. It could, who knows, it could exceed our expectations, and we don't know. But I feel like the DLC thing about having like premium DLC, like Borderlands 2, it had the Tiny Tina's Wonderland thing, whatever DLC.
Mm-hmm.
So, like that was a really big part in that game. So, like losing something like that is it kind of sucks. But I mean, PlayStation's already going through a lot with some of the like the tiers they're going through and all that. So you never know. It's I guess it's just more of like your expectations need to be lowered a little.
Yeah, you're
Or-
right. But sometimes I don't really care. I like the convenience.
I'm gonna say this right now.
I'm done. Okay, you're
Two
done,
things.
Mr. Fox. What's
Look,
your
look, look,
top?
two things. One, my son's right here, and he's adorable. As you can see right here, here is at Girl Travelers,
Aw.
and yeah, she's carrying him
Well-
like Obi-Wan and like Obi-Wan did with Leia and Luke, hands free. Number one. Number two, I'm gonna say this right now about Sony.
Wait. First of all, I
Go
want
ahead.
to say this. I'm glad you did not name your son Grogu.
Why?
I
Okay,
would-
first,
I
okay,
would bat smack you if you
listen,
named your son.
I love Star Wars. I'm a grown adult. I grew up. Okay.
Like I would bat smack you if you named your son Grogu.
There are some kids
I
that
would
there are
not.
some parents that named their kid Naruto and Sasuke, so it's kind of
Yeah,
Look,
people who
look,
and
look,
the,
I
pe- no, no, no,
remember-
no, no. The people who name their kids Naruto and Sasuke, y'all need to get slapped. You need to grow up. I love Naruto. I love Dragon Ball as much as the next person. I would not name my son Gohan or Goku or Trunks or Vegeta or God forbid Yamcha.
I remember in 2012. Wait, hold on. Is my thing on? Yeah. Okay. I remember in 2012 there was like millions of new mothers who named their daughters Khaleesi, which is basically like what you call a what's called the queen of the Dothraki. And I know this is a reference to Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. And I swear to God, that does not age well because let's be honest, in 8 years, you're gonna have over 1 million girls graduating from high school named
Khaleesi.
after Dragon Hitler.
Okay, we're not gonna go into Game of Thrones because we can talk about Game of Thrones all day. But let me just say this: Sony, you would think they would understand, but they still don't. That's the big problem. I don't like say what you want about Xbox, which reminds me, Kabuto, I know you're gonna main Arya Stark in DC Smash Bros. In Warner
I'm
Brothers
not.
Smash Brothers. Yes, you are. Let's
I'm
just keep
not.
100.
I'm
You
not.
come out the
Unless
closet
you
with
have a
that.
good
Anyways,
moveset,
now,
I'm not.
you're gonna do it anyways. Anyways, going back to what I was saying. So Sony's biggest problem, I've said this repeatedly and I will continuously say this, they do not understand their audience. Since 2007, since the second model of the PS3, we've been asking for them to bring back backwards compatibility. We've been asking for this for almost a decade and a half now. I'm sorry. I don't care what Sony Pony tells me. Sony clearly does not give two F's about their consumers and about what they want. Because if they did, they would have went the exact same route Microsoft did. Microsoft says, you know what? You want backwards compatibility? That's cool. We'll have the games in the library on Xbox Game Pass. If you have the discs for them, throw it in there. Play it. We don't care. Get your rocks off, okay? If this is what gets your Jimmies excited, by all means do so. Until that fateful day where Sony decides to finally listen, I don't give a damn. I will gladly stick to my $60 a year for PS Plus. That's about it. That's as much money as Sony will ever get from me. Plus, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be the biggest hot take, which is not really the hot take. Morbius is a piece of trash. I leave it at that.
Wow.
I agree.
Anyway,
I hate the Morbius memes. They are annoying and I'm tired of them.
You mean it's Morbin time?
Oh my god.
it's
Why?
amazing. That was funny, but anyways. But like I said, until then, Sony, do better. Nintendo, especially you do better too. Because if Reggie Fils-Aimé is saying you've been lacking diversity, there's a problem. I digress. Anyways,
Yeah. So my turn. Yeah, PS3 backwards compatibility. Why does this have to be an issue, man? Like, okay, here's the thing. I would not mind buying a one-time subscription to PS Now just to play
guys.
wait. The just to play the Ratchet and Clank Future Tetrilogy. But you know what the problem with that is? They don't have the goddamn first installment in their PS Now library. Why would I play a game series starting with the second one if it's one continuous story? Like okay, Street Fighters 2, yeah, there's not that much dialogue in the first game for you to feel like you're missing out by skipping to Street Fighters 2. But Ratchet and Clank series, like you cannot just skip the first installment of a whole like story arc.
Yeah, it's not like Kingdom Hearts, where Kingdom Hearts will give you a recap on what happened.
Yeah. Or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Just say shots fired.
I have not seen Obi-Wan Kenobi yet, so you shut your
Neither
goddamn
have
mouth.
I. Please don't say a word.
I'm just gonna say this: the first 2 minutes, you're not missing anything.
Okay, good.
But it's the most epic 2 minutes of the entire first 2 episodes. Okay, but for real though, yeah, I mean, imagine watching the Star Wars sequel trilogy, except you skip Force Awakens and go straight to Last Jedi.
God be with you if you do that. God be with you. Anyways.
That's what it would feel like if I got PS Now just so that I could play Ratchet and Clank on it. And again, like, okay, I understand PS3 had a difficult architecture, but I feel like that's more of you being lazy than anything, because worst case scenario, you've got the source code. You could just rebuild it from the ground up, just like freaking Free Guy. Like you've seen the movie Free Guy, you saw what Taika Waititi did.
Yes,
in
I
order
did.
to create that open world game out of that other open world game. I can't believe there's a character, dude. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, and honestly, I hate not having a PS3 just because I want to play through the Battle Ride trilogy, which I know I won't be able to without a PlayStation 3, like a physical PlayStation 3, and I'm gonna need a Battle Ride disc for all 3 installments. Okay, when is Climax Heroes 8 coming out? When is Climax Heroes 8 coming out? Let's just get a better version of 6, but like with an expanded roster.
I just want to say, I will say this right now, because I do think we should move on, because there's a reason why I came back tonight.
I know, for that one article.
I was on sabbatical, but a certain Zodiac killer brought me back in. I'll leave it at that. The point of the matter is that I do think that if Sony wants to actually, because I know this whole thing is about the fact that you can stream your PS3 games to the PS5, but you cannot. But streaming it, you can't get the DLCs that come with all those games and stuff, which is freaking stupid to begin with.
If they were free DLCs,
you paid money though, and it should be available. Like if I want to play Batman Arkham City, the PS3 version, for some reason, I want the Nightwing, the Catwoman, and the Tim Drake Robin DLCs that I paid for. Why should I not get that?
To quote the kid from Good Times, you paid money, and you want your gaming experience to be dynamite.
Exactly. Shout out to Sony. Do better though.
Good times.
Street Fighter 6. Okay, because I think Skooks something went down with his stuff. He'll probably come back. So I'm taking the helm again. Woohoo! Anyways.
Yeah, we already talked about Street Fighters.
Street Fighter. Okay, you already did Street Fighter. Did you guys talk about
next we're gonna
Xbox wrestling? Oh, okay. So Capcom doesn't believe that Capcom Fighting Game Collection will increase the chances of
them
bringing back Darkstalkers. Honestly, I'll just read a little bit of it. I'm just gonna, and because Kabuto, I know you're not into fighting games, so this is for me and Jen.
But I do like Darkstalkers.
Really? Okay, so Ezio, you into fighting games, right?
I'm I'm top 5,000 in the world on Switch on fighters.
Hell
It
yeah.
suck.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Let's get popping. Anyways, good to see you in the flesh, Ezio, and welcome to the podcast. Hopefully everyone's been treating you right. I know you're the youngster, you're the young buck now. So yeah.
Yeah, Matt
And
Jackson from the Young Bucks. Just
minus his
yeah,
face.
yeah,
Funny
minus the
enough,
mutton, minus the
muffin
mutton
shop.
chops. Yeah.
Funny enough, I'm actually catching up on AEW. I'm close to full gear, and once I get the full gear, I'm just gonna do the filler thing where I just skip all the fillers and get the Revolution, then watch AEW from there, going to Double or Nothing because I know CM Punk is the AEW World Champion. I want to see how he became World Champion, which reminds me that this is 2.0 of the summer of Punk. So let's
Punk.
go. Let's keep going. Also, Sasha Banks and Naomi didn't do a damn thing wrong. Black excellence. We need to support our Black queens. Continuing. Capcom. Going back to what I was saying, this comes from Event Hubs. Capcom's gearing up for a release for their latest bundle, retro fighting games, the Capcom Fighting Collection, which we actually did discuss last year. Well, roughly a
They
few months
moved it.
ago.
You know that, right?
Yeah, and I had said that I would be supporting the game just for them to give us a Marvel vs. Capcom collection at some point. Game Informer recently spoke to Matsumoto running a Q&A about the upcoming Capcom Fighting Collection. Among the questions asked was the one we've all been burning to ask Capcom. Does the inclusion of series like Darkstalkers, Red Earth, and Cyberbots increase the chances of their revival? He began by saying that he wants people to enjoy these classic games on modern consoles. To PR bullcrap, I'm quoting. That said, we do not think that this will necessarily increase the possibility of these series being revived. So essentially, I can kiss my rival schools goodbye.
Damn.
I'm a little upset because honestly, Darkstalkers is one of my favorite like arcade fighting games, and yes, I am a Morgan fan. I don't care what you have to say about that. I know it sounds cliche. Deal with it. She's my favorite character. Deal with it. But nevertheless, it was epic. It was ahead of its time. It crawled so a lot of other games could walk. And they are really underestimating the potential of doing a Darkstalkers revival because there are a lot of Darkstalkers both fans from back in '94 all the way up to present day. And do you know how many people just like vicariously know that Darkstalkers exist just because of that puzzle game where it looks like you have two of the Darkstalkers characters teaming up with those three Street Fighters characters? It's like, come on, man! Like, there is so much market for Darkstalkers characters. All you got to do is give it a chance. It's bad enough it took 19 years for Metroid to get a proper sequel. But look how well that game sold. Metroid Dread, Metroid 5, the one we waited 19 years to get, made lots of money.
No, it's Monet.
No, money. Because the game was dynamite. I've been saying up late too often. Nevertheless, if you make a new if this is a precursor for a new Darkstalkers game, I wouldn't mind. Like you want to get people back into the originals, so they'll be more excited to get a new version of Darkstalkers. So I really hope this is just a marketing tactic because like if you are gonna do that whole like Capcom 10-pack thing, like this is a chance for people to get reacquainted with Darkstalkers, and then you boom introduce a new game just like Mega Man X. Sorry, no, not Mega Man X. Mega Man 11 and the new Legend of Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. Back when Breath of the Wild actually was a new game. But yeah, Morgan deserves better.
That's cool.
Mhm.
So is that the last article? Before
No,
we get into the big one.
There's
Do the two of you have anything to say about it?
There's nothing much I can say because I already just told you. I was hoping, rival schools go and nothing's happening. I was also a little sad because I remember in the beginning they delayed it to June and it didn't sell well when it hit June. How do I say? It might not sell well. That's what I mean.
Mhm.
So yeah. So we'll see. Nothing much I can say. I didn't know you like Darkstalkers.
Yeah, of course I like Darkstalkers. Why wouldn't
Should I say Vampire Savior? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, vampires. Well, actually, the original game is called Darkstalkers: The Night Warriors in the American version,
I know. Yeah.
but it was just called. But in the Japanese, it was just called Vampire: The
I
Night
know.
Warriors.
That's what I mean. That's what I.
Then why'd you say saviors?
It's
You're not a true fan.
no.
Oh
It's
my
not
God,
even
this-
that. I'm joking.
Stop being a purist, Commodore.
What, you were being a purist to me over the whole battle
Yes,
for
there's
the
a
crypt thing.
yeah, there's a difference. Yeah,
How?
because I can do that.
So
I
can
can't?
I.
I can do that. There's a
Anything you
difference.
can do, I can do
Better.
roughly as well.
Oh my God.
Maybe some things better, some not so much. You know what they say. Sometimes he wins, sometimes I almost win.
Anyways, I will say this. My bad. I had to do dad duties now because daddy duties. So I will say this is that I really, really do hope that at some point in the future, Capcom decides. Like, here's the thing: I don't really care that much about Red Earth because I didn't play it growing up. Darkstalkers is definitely a must. But if they do it, if they don't, that's fine. All I asked for is just Rival Schools and Power Stone to get a sequel or a reboot
Power Stone
or a
will never
remaster.
happen.
You can fly off the tip of Ryu's dick, Jen. Shut up. Anyways, so overall, I just want those to happen because I'm sorry, there's a reason why I got Street Fighter 5. I got it so I can download Akia because downloading that will support the fact that I want Rival Schools 3. That's all I've been asking for since 1999. I am 27. I've been asking for this shit since I was 5. I am 27, ladies and gentlemen. I'm roughly the same age Stephen A. Smith was.
I'm 27 too.
Now I was roughly the same. I was at the age where Stephen A. Smith watched the Knicks win their first and last NBA championship. He was 5. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 27 now. I'm not Thanos. Shouts to my RDC World fans. Anyways,
Speaking of daddy duties.
hold up. Neff Jeff
Where-
says, I hope we're talking about Combo Breaker. I unfortunately, Neff, I don't know. Oh, Jen,
Hi.
go ahead, Jen.
He's
What happened to
also-
Combo Breaker?
He's also. We always talk about Street Fighter and whatnot.
Jen, talk about
Hi.
Combo Breaker. What happened?
Speaking of daddy duties, I hope you haven't forgotten all that green pickled ginger you owe me.
What green pickle ginger?
You know which green pickled ginger I'm talking about.
Actually, I don't. Bro, let me
Yeah,
let me-
you do.
Here,
Yeah,
let me tell y'all
you
something.
do,
Let me tell y'all something. Listen.
Mr.
Oh,
Stone
okay, I see.
Tortoise.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. For those of y'all who want to know, in case y'all want to know how my week has been, since I became a dad, I've gotten at least 4 hours of sleep a night.
Mhm.
I told this to Jen.
Oh
I
yeah,
told
well
Star-
he was carrying the baby.
I told this to our one of our fans, Colonel Mustang. Is that when you have a baby, life is a little bit different. Which is the reason why I want to talk about the Zodiac Killer wannabe in Texas later on. I digress though. I would not trade it for the world though. I just want to thank God for my son. And I cannot wait to get him dressed for cosplays. We're gonna be doing our first Halloween. We're doing Ghostbusters and Naruto. I'm gonna be Naruto. The mama's gonna be Hinata. He's gonna be little Boruto. There you go. Then we're gonna do Ghostbusters. He's gonna be little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And obviously, I'm gonna be Winston because Winston is the goat. Just saying.
Okay. Let me tell you something. Don't do the Naruto thing until you have a daughter, because then you could do the full
Daddy
Naruto family
issues.
thing.
Well, it's either that or I do Kakashi, and my roommate's already called Kakashi because she has a huge crush on Kakashi. I was gonna do Kakashi, but it is what it is. Or I'll just do Rock Lee and call it a day. Anyway, but what
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah.
for,
Okay, you can be Rock Lee and 1010 and Metal Lee. Okay, I'll accept that. But if you're gonna do but if you're gonna do Naruto, Hinata, and Boruto, you need to get a daughter so she can be Himawari.
gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, because again, I'm coming back in from sabbatical. Did y'all talk about Xbox roasting Kotaku?
No,
No.
no, we were
Okay.
saving that for you.
Okay, well, Xbox roasted Kotaku because Kotaku wrote a bullshit ass article. I'm actually
To
gonna
be
pull it up.
fair, I'm surprised they haven't gotten charged with defamation already.
What Kotaku? Well, I don't know. Kotaku is. It's funny how
Biased.
it's honestly funny how we have used Kotaku as a credible source, and yet we break their balls for being piss poor journalists from time to time. And yes, I will say that gladly, even though we're on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, Kotaku, we have used you guys as a credible source, but you guys still do piss poor journalism. Just saying. So this is what had happened. I'm actually trying to bring it up real quick. Oh, they talked about how Xbox Game Pass is burnt out, and then oh my god. I'll look it up in a minute. But let's continue. What's the next thing on here? Oh yeah, so Digimon Survive is a brand new role-playing game coming out. I read a little bit about it. It's been a while since we had a Digimon RPG outside Digimon Online and the Digimon game that came out a few years ago. But I'm actually excited about it. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. I mean, keep in mind, I've said this before and I said it again. I'm a big Digimon fan. I've chosen Digimon over Pokemon all day, every day.
In my opinion, storyline, Digimon has the best storyline. Pokemon has the best game.
Yes.
No, Digimon has the best anime. Pokemon has the best video game.
That's what I mean. But in general, the storyline in Digimon's really good.
And so, from what I'm looking at right now, for what we know about the game so far, is that the game will be coming out on the Switch and the PS4 in Japan on July the 28th, and the game will be released worldwide on the Switch, the PS4, the Xbox, and the PC. We don't know the PC specs yet, and this will be a single player game and will not feature any online or offline multiplayer. So it's essentially we're going back to the old school where Digimon used to be first of a single player game. So we're going back to the old school. So I'm actually I'm okay with that because I grew up playing Digimon World and World 2. Never played World 3 because World 3 is a rare freaking game to find. But I'm actually excited about this. I would like to see what they're going to do with Digimon now. It's been years. I'm game for it. Jen, go ahead. What are you about to say?
Nothing much. I want to see. I never really played Digimon games, honestly. I've only watched the anime. So we'll see. I want to see how Tai looks.
All right, Kabata, go ahead.
Yeah, like I like Digimon. I still haven't played Cyber Sleuth. I should though. I know that there's one very particular Digimon in that game that is super infamous among fans for very specific reasons. I'm not even gonna bother with that. I'm just gonna play the game the natural way. But you know which Digimon I'm talking about. Anyways, Digimon Survive. What is this game about? Because I feel like based on the name, it sounds like one of those like survival horror games, but with Digimon. And considering the fact that the current season of Digimon is Digimon Ghost Stories or something like that, it kind of fits, I guess. But I'm curious how how it's gonna play out in total.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
I want to see some gameplay trailers.
All right, Ezio, you are the youngster. Did you ever watch Digimon or play the Digimon games?
I played one of them on the DS. I think it was. It was like a fossil one. It was like a fossil finder one. It was really weird. But that, and also I watched like a few episodes of the original show, and it was interesting. But my friend said something that was like, it was like the Walmart version of Pokemon. Is what he said.
That's messed up.
Wow. That's blasphemy, bro. That
No,
is friggin'
oh,
blasphemy.
and to be honest, I'm not really that big into like Pokemon. I'm more into like Magic and not Yu-Gi-Oh, but Magic and
Magic the Gathering.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Okay.
guess what? Digimon is closer to Magic the Gathering than Pokemon is in some arbitrary way that I do not know.
If you, like, I put it this way: if you ever played Digital Devil Saga, the Atlas RPGs, think of it as Magic but with the digital world. That's the best way to put it.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
Anyway.
also in Digimon Tamers, like they use trading cards as a gimmick.
Yeah, they did.
But it plays very little into the actual plot because the actual plot is actually much bigger and it is
Darker.
darker, more grounded than Adventure or Adventure 2. And let me tell you, Adventure 2 deals with some really messed up like if you like read between the lines, like for example, like Ken is effed up. And I don't mean, oh, Ken as in like because he became the Digimon Emperor. No, I mean he's effed up because like the appearance he took when he became the Digimon Emperor. Because
Yo.
like have you seen the way his brother looks? Like because like long story short, like the like him becoming the Digimon Emperor is basically him trying to emulate his brother. Like he's trying to become his brother, which means this is how he sees his brother be.
Kamino, I'm gonna stop you because just in case Ezio decides he wants to watch the previous seasons of Digimon out, do not spoil it because
But
that's gonna be the biggest WTF moment he's going to ever see.
nevertheless, as much real stuff as season 2 deals with,
Season
Tamers
3.
deals with even deeper things. Like holy, oh my god, I can't even begin to discuss all the serious ramifications of like with some of the stuff that happens in Digimon season 3. Like man, and I remember when they did that stupid skit. Like, not the skit wasn't stupid. The reaction to the skit was stupid because it's like because people thought that like Digimon became alt right for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
That was the stupidest thing ever.
Speaking of
Hey, you guys
stupid,
done now with talking about Digimon?
yes, we're done with the circle jerk of Digimon, Jen. We'll
Yes.
let you get back to your circle jerk of
Yes. Do you
Street
want us
Fighter.
to go back to like circle jerking about Kamen Rider? Because we can.
I like your hair's so flippy, Jen. Like I'm joking. Real quick. So this is what Kotaku said. Thankfully, I had to reread this because just to make sure I wasn't tripping. This is what they said. When Game Pass started trending, it's either because it scored a killer game or some influencers concocted a viral joke that ultimately does nothing other than hand a $2 trillion corporation 2 days of free marketing. Over the past few days, however, Microsoft's Games on Demand program started trending for another reason. Players say they're unsubscribing for now. The burnout largely comes down to subscribers saying that the Game Pass isn't delivering on its value proposition. For a monthly fee, Game Pass grants you access to Netflix-style library of games that you can download to your Xbox or PC. But the big selling point is this: every first-party game hits the library at launch, meaning subscribers get access to no extra cost of Microsoft's prestige first-party games releases like Halo Infinite or Forza Horizon 5. Earlier this month, Bethesda, officially now on Microsoft's first-party studios, following an industry-shaking acquisition back in 2021, delayed its two biggest forthcoming games, Starfield and Redfall. All time. I'm going to skip around. All right, time for some reductive math. Let's say that you've signed up for the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate tier, which costs $15 a month. It includes standard access to the library plus a number of other perks. Let's also assume any big budget games, exclusive or not, that hit the service cost an industry standard $60. By that math, you need to play on one full price game via Game Pass every 4 months to justify the cost. That's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And you know what? Shouts to Microsoft and shouts to my boy Steven Lunsford. Xbox Game Pass responded saying, "Tell me you limit yourself to only AAA games without telling me you limit yourself to only AAA games." So I'm just gonna say this right now, Kotaku, to the writer who wrote this. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna put your ass on blast real quick because I can, and because I right now I'm a renegade. I don't give a damn. Ari notice, Ari notice. Clearly, you only play AAA games if you were to write a stupid ass article like this, okay? Because Xbox Game Pass has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things to play. You need to tell me your people are subscribed. If people are unsubscribed, there's probably some reasons that they're unsubscribing. Hell, I unsubscribed to AMC Plus on Amazon Prime because I actually need the money. I unsubscribed to freaking Toku on Amazon Prime. Keep in mind, this is the one way I've been watching Kamen Rider Agito and Ryuki until I got my baby back because I needed the money. Obviously, I have a new job, so I can after paying bills and paying bills and getting my kid things and doing a little paying a few bills here and there. Just for those of y'all who are not on SoundCloud, who are listening to on SoundCloud, I am making it rain $100 bill at a time. Kotaku, please stop shooting yourself in the foot with bull crap like this and bull crap stats that you continuously like to put up. Don't think we forgot about that bull crap article you posted about how toxic masculinity Barrett was bringing the Final Fantasy VII remake. You thought we forgot? Oh no, we didn't.
Or what about that article they wrote about Metroid Dread?
Oh yeah, don't get me started with that one. Anyways, all right. With that being said, unfortunately, Skooks is not here. Unless someone can text Skooks and tell him to come in here right now. Did you guys talk about Team Fortress 2?
No.
Oh no, I know about that thing, but I didn't know Skooks likes TF2. I used to play that a lot.
So Skooks really wanted to talk about TF2, and I think something's going on with his internet. But Jen, while I try to get Skooks on the phone, what's going on with Sonic Frontier? Go ahead.
I already talked about Sonic Frontier.
God damn it. Okay,
you missed a lot of stuff. Like I had to
It's called Daddy Duties, my nigga.
Anyway. Yeah, we were saving the articles you most wanted to talk about for the end.
Oh no, the article we're gonna talk about right now. We're gonna talk about that bitch right now. So, Skooks, you can take on TF2 anytime. Guys, let me explain something to y'all. There's a reason why I came back tonight. Let's talk about fucking Ted Cruz. Now, before I get started with Ted Cruz, I want to say this right now. We here at the Scroll Game Podcast want to send, if we haven't yet, send our condolences and our thoughts to the families of the victims of the school shooting that happened last week in Texas. Okay, that's something we hope the guy was not going to happen again. We really did not want that shit to happen.
I love how we come back to school and this shit happens.
And it's been a hot minute too. Like the last time this happened was like early 2020, late 2019. So it's like even though we were back for like almost an entire school year without any reported incidents. We just can't have nice things, can we?
You gotta be careful too, because Boken, you're a teacher as well.
Anyways. We all gotta be careful on these streets.
We don't talk about our real professions here.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Jen, Jesus Christ! And why don't you go do my taxes now? I'm joking. But no, on the real, we do want to send our thoughts and prayers to the families who lost their kids, and the people who lost friends who were teachers during that shooting. Like we don't condone. We want to say we don't condone that bull crap in the slightest way possible. We condemn that shit.
Yeah.
Having said that, I need to talk to the Zodiac Killer right now, Ted Cruz. So a couple of days ago, this was coming from Game Rant.
Did Ted Cruz just blame video games on this?
Ted Cruz, this is coming from Game Rant. Ted Cruz blames violent video games for a mass shooting while speaking at the NRA convention. The United States has suffered multiple mass shootings this past month. I'm not going to get involved, talk about them because it's going to make me cry. During his speech at the NRA, Ted Cruz suggests that mass shootings in the U.S. are a result of issues like people playing violent video games and not going to church. He said that a combination of those two factors and others have had an impact on young Americans. And I'm quoting this: "Tragedies like the events of this week are a mirror forcing us to ask hard questions, demanding that we see where our culture is failing. Look at broken families, absent fathers, declining church attendance, social media bullying, violent online content, desensitizing the act of murder in video games, chronic isolation, prescription drug and opioid abuse, and their collective effects on the psyche of young Americans."
Haven't you realized a lot of Gen Zers? So if you look at statistics, right, the Gen Zers have the highest homicide rate right now. Like their homicide rate is increasing compared to like millennials and older people. Haven't you realized that?
I'm not even done, Jen. We talk about that in a minute. I'm just getting started. So, two articles actually pulled up. Worldpopulationreview.com states that the 19 countries with mass school shootings from 09 to May 18th, this come from of 2018. This comes from CNN. The United States has over almost 300 most of school shootings happen in the United States with 288. Mexico 8, South Africa 6, India 5, Nigeria and Pakistan 4, Afghanistan 3, Brazil, Canada, and France 2, Russia, Turkey, Hungary, Greece, Germany, Estonia, China, and I'm not gonna pronounce the country's name right, so I'm not gonna say it. 1. I'm not done yet. The Guardian had said that had talked about in this saying playing video games doesn't lead to violent behavior, studies show. But I think, and it says here, video games do not lead to violence or aggression according to the reanalysis of data gathered from more than 21,000 young people around the world. Researchers led by Aaron Drummond from New Zealand's Massey University re-examined 28 studies from previous years that looked at the link between aggressive behavior and video gaming, a method known as meta-analysis. The new report published in the journal Royal Society Open Science on Wednesday found that when bundled together, the studies show a statistically significant but minuscule positive correlation between gaming and aggression below the threshold required to count as even a small effect. And thus, current research is unable to support the hypothesis that violent video games have a meaningful long-term predictive impact on youth aggression. I'm going to take the helm for this. Right now, I'm going to say this.
Republicans like this?
I'm just going to say this right now. And honestly, Jen, it's not even the Republicans. It's only Ted Cruz and some of the dumbasses in his camp.
Didn't Donald Trump say something about this?
He ain't the president no more. He don't count.
Oh.
Having said that, I have said this time and time again. As someone who is someone in that field, no, games do not cause aggression in young children or young adults. The worst you'll see is them dropping is throwing a nunchuck at their TV. That's about it.
And by nunchuck, we mean the controller, not the actual Chinese weapon.
Or worst case scenario, someone you tell someone that their mama sucks online. That's about it. I do not know not one child who I have tutored or who I've helped graduate from grade school ever tell me that I'm going to buy assault rifles and go up to a school. As someone who's a fucking father now, I'm just going to say this. Ted Cruz, I want you to listen to me loud and clear. I'm actually going to post this shit on Instagram and I'm going to post this on my Twitter. Instead of taking you and some of the Republicans, I'm not going to say all Republicans are bad. I know some really good Republicans. John Kasich, peace up, A-Town. John Kasich, you the man. And John McCain, rest in peace to John McCain, and even Jeb Bush and George Bush, pretty dope dudes. Jeb Bush especially, because Jeb Bush was ready to throw hands with Donald Trump. The bottom line is this: we have a major problem in America, and that is obviously gun control. Coming from someone who loves guns, and I've met people
Here's
who
the
like
thing, though.
no, hold on, Jen. Who like guns. Just because I like guns does not mean that I don't want gun control. I don't want someone to actually be taken in and evaluated before they carry a freaking gun.
And in most
People,
states, Texas
stupid
included,
people who manage to buy a gun, especially from an open carry state like Texas, kill people because we do not do background checks and we do not have gun control. We are the only country in this entire world that still to this day has an issue with this. And honestly, none of this would have happened if something like Sandy Hook should never happen again. And we're coming up on the 10th anniversary of Sandy Hooks.
Okay,
And yet we're still hold up, and yet we're still having issues with this to this day.
Here's the thing. He passed the background check. I hate to break it to you. He passed the background check. He really did. If you look it up the facts, he did pass the background check. He is of legal age. I hate to say this. Like, the problem also was the school. If you look at the info, the guy literally came inside so easily because the school's security was easy because the door was open. He entered from a parking lot.
Coming from someone who's been to Texas, I will agree with you, Jen, because if you look at Texas schools compared to schools in California,
yeah, like literally, that's the reason why. Like,
control.
I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm for gun control, but here's the thing: I don't think background check is enough.
By background check, I mean like a full psych evaluation. There's a you know how they have psych evaluations for people before they can carry a gun again, especially
was he diagnosed with anything? The guy barely turned 18.
I actually want to get to that. I'm glad you brought that up because
so I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying background check is wrong.
I'm not disagreeing, Jen. I'm not disagreeing. It's the reason why I'm glad you brought that up because you know how every shooting that's happening in the United States, they try to blame mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe someone will correct me. Did they say that he may have had a mental health issue?
Well, his parents said
so
that
far I haven't heard anything.
His parents said they were bullied, but I've been bullied. I've never shot up a school.
There's a reason why I'm not going to say it out loud though, because we do have sponsors, and I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice right now. The point of the matter is Ted Cruz. The crux of my argument is this: when asked how are they going to fix this, Ted Cruz belittled the press, saying, "Well, you're not from this country," even though there are other people around that are asking the exact same question who are from this country that are sick and tired of having to do thoughts and prayers, who are sick and tired of having to do memorials, who are sick and tired.
Stop harming teachers. No.
Y'all, real talk. I'm for that. That's not the point. I'm so sick and tired of having to cut on my television every single day and praying to God another school shooting doesn't happen, or a church shooting, or shooting overall. I am sick and tired of having to see my fiance cry and ask me, am I sure that we want to enroll our son into any type of school, public school, charter school, or private school? I don't want to keep, and I am tired of being emotionally effed up because of that, because of the fact that we do not have proper gun control in this country. I'm sorry, if you want to have, if you're afraid of gun control, look at other countries around us. Look at neighboring countries that we have partnered with and ask them questions on how they do gun control and how we can take what they have and make it our own. There is plenty of ways we can do it, but people who are in office don't want to open their fucking mouths. And I'm fucking sick of it. I'm sick of it because originally I'd be fine. Like, look, y'all know me. I would have been I'd be a little pissed and I'd be like, "Yo, there's we can work with this. We just get off your ass." I now have a fucking son who, in the next few years, is going to be going to school, and now I as the man of the family and my fiance have to discuss whether or not we actually want him to go to public school or we want to have him homeschooled. I don't want that. Fucking fix your shit, America. And this is coming from a proud patriot. Fix your fucking shit. I'm done. I'm done fucking
my
talking.
turn yet?
Go ahead.
It's my turn yet?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
You
done.
sure it's my turn? Okay. You say not enough politicians open their mouth. You're wrong. Too many of them open their mouth. Problem is, what comes out of their mouth is hella stupid. Case in point, Ted Cruz. Like, first of all, again, decades of cited research, and he's still going off on the whole video games is the reason. Really, video games is your reason after decades of cited research corroborating additional decades of cited research like that. There's no correlation. Really? Here's the thing, like, I'm not gonna I don't think everyone in the NRA is like a bad guy where it's like, oh, they're trying to like, no, I think that a lot of people in the NRA are like very responsible people, and like they do want like universal background checks where like that are reasonable, and people would still have liberties and rights to the rights to bear arms, especially against a tyrannical government, because that's what the Second Amendment was all about anyways. But the thing is, Ted Cruz, you're not making the NRA look good by saying what you just said. You just put your own foot in the mouth of every other member of the NRA.
He's making a lot of money, man, from NRA.
Competent or otherwise.
Here's my thing, and on top of that, I'm agreeing with you. On top of that, he tried using his religion as a weapon as well. Continue.
And that's another thing. Fucking going to churches. Do you think that other shooters aren't churchgoers? Have you not seen the movie Red State? I mean, I know Red State is a fictional movie, but are we gonna pretend like a certain church with the initials WB doesn't exist? Are we, you know? And also, are you going to assume that atheists or Jews or even some Muslims are not capable of being non-aggressive as well? Because let me tell you, there's a lot of people who are either Jewish, Muslim, Buddhist, Hindu, atheist, even Satanist that are against shootings, okay?
And Jedis.
Heck, even some Sith Lords, because they too believe that using a blaster is uncivilized. But here's the thing: it's like, one issue is like some gun laws are federal, so they are universal, while other gun laws are only state by state, which makes it very difficult to keep track of what is and isn't allowed, like based on age, experience, like what type of. And the thing is, like last I checked, Texas had relatively decent background checks, despite like even though it has the loosest gun laws. But the thing is, it's like there's like always ways around it. Like if you just turn 18, of course, their chances are very minimal that you would have a prior criminal record. But the thing is, if you still pass like all the other checks, like you've went through the safety training, you've went to the shooting range multiple times, because you are required to do that in the state of Texas. You are supposed to go through safety training, multiple, and all these other precautions so that you don't hurt yourself with your own gun. Like even in Texas, every new kind of gun you get, you have to get safety training for that specific gun. And again, it's like I heard something about him killing his grandma. Like, how do I know that it wasn't actually his I mean, maybe there's like new evidence that supported that it was his own gun, but how do we know it wasn't his? But like thinking back to like the day of, how do we know it wasn't his grandma's gun? He just pulled it out. We all saw that episode Static. Like that wasn't Jimmy's gun. That was Jimmy's dad's gun. And yes, Jimmy was bullied. And there's nothing anyone did about it because no one knew what to do about it, and there's no correct answer about it, and it really sucks. And honestly, it's like, like I would never say insert group lives matter, for like because like I try to avoid like any political affiliation to anything whatsoever. But the thing is like I don't want anyone to die. I don't want anyone to get killed. And and here's the thing, like I always try to like be in support of like police doing their jobs and like protecting people's lives, but this specific precinct of police officers that responded to the shooting, they did not do their job. They did not do that job. They prioritize evacuating their own kids over stopping the shooter. And I have an issue with that because that could actually put their own kids in greater danger than going straight for the shooter for various logistical reasons. And like I could go off on this, but I think the crux of the issue is the problem isn't video games. The problem is our society as a whole. We overly sensationalize shootings, and if people think that they can become, if people cannot become famous, they think they can become infamous, and they do it by becoming shooters. And guess what? Watch this. And within the next 2 weeks, there's gonna be another shooting. I hope I'm wrong, but it's a pattern I've noticed. There's always a second incident in a different state because the second guy always tries to one up the previous guy. And I really hope I'm wrong this time. I really hope there won't be a second incident, in the next few months. Heck, I hope there won't be a second incident in the next 100 years. But you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't want the pattern to repeat itself.
Exactly.
And again, like religion it has nothing to do with this. Political affiliation has nothing to do with this. Heck, I hate and the thing and what I said earlier about too many politicians opening their mouths. You have one side, one extreme, and again, I'm saying extreme, not the vast majority, but you have one extreme saying all guns should be banned, and you have another extreme that says, yeah, let's arm every teacher with a gun. Both extremes are wrong. Okay, there are certain teachers I know that I would never trust with a gun, whether for protection or otherwise. And knowing certain kids coming straight out of COVID, I wouldn't trust them near a teacher with having a gun, because I feel like some of these kids could like somehow try to unclasp the holster while the teacher is not being 100% observant, and then the student has the gun in their hand. So like so it's like look, I'm just saying, maybe we could have more armed security per campus, but the thing is, the security needs to be well trained and vigilant. We need both of those things. And yeah, apparently a lot of the issues with this incident was the fact that people were not being vigilant. Like some of the security were like not being 100% observant, and it cost them dearly. And then the police that were supposed to protect the lives of the students by like taking out the threat ended up prioritizing selfish gain instead of like doing the more logical thing. And I get it, like the longer your kids stay in a danger zone, the higher the risk that they're going to get hurt. But the thing is, if you don't take out the danger immediately, then there's a chance that in your attempt to help them, you are actually harming them more. This is why, like, when you do lockdown drills at a school, everyone needs to have their phones off. The last thing you want to do is the last thing a student should do is call their parents to let them know that there's an armed intruder, because out of panic, the parent might end up going to the campus and the parent themselves might get hurt. There's a reason, and the thing is, you want to minimize the lives that are put in danger. And a lot of things went wrong here, and I'm just gonna put it out there. Video games had nothing to do with this, and Ted Cruz, like, I really
Shame
hope
on you.
yeah, like Ted Cruz, one, shame on you for monopolizing on a tragedy, and two, like you made the NRA look bad by associating them with your already decades long disproven claim.
I'm just gonna say this real quick. I want to give a big shout out to Whip Media Slow. They commented on one of our things on our IG. He says, as a conservative individual, Ted Cruz and a lot of other conservatives have it wrong. As a firm believer of the Second Amendment, I also recognize that it was written in a time when it took upwards of 3 minutes to reload a gun, and now it's time for things to change. Things are getting out of hand right now.
And also,
I want to say, go ahead.
Also, keep in mind, back then, like, we did not have a police force. You would have like volunteer militiamen forming what we would later know as a police force, because not everyone had a gun back then. So you would have a team of people with guns patrolling the streets, so that if anyone was in trouble and didn't have a gun, you would have someone else protecting you instead of them. Now that we have an actual police force, it's like, protect yourself, have someone else protect you. There's a middle ground somewhere in between, but the thing is, you should definitely not live in a world where you have neither.
Also, keep this in mind, even when we did have a police force and stuff like that, if you've ever seen the movie Tombstone, you know that if a card game went wrong, someone's gonna get shot outside the saloon, and the worst you would do is you have to give your guns to the sheriff. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
The point of the matter is, though, I want and Jen and Ezio, if you have anything to say, by all means do. But I'm gonna say
that's
this
pretty
right.
much it. I'm just super pissed off at how everything's been behaving. I don't know why is the homicide rate. Haven't you realized that? Why has the homicide rate among Gen Zers increased?
Oh, and that's another thing.
What's going on? Like, literally, this ain't the first time. Literally, there's also a story about like this Gen Zer. He literally tortured and killed his girlfriend on Snapchat, and he was barely 15 years old.
Yeah, and like another thing I wanted to say that I forgot to is, like, if we're gonna blame any one piece of present day technological decadence on like the fact that this guy became a shooter, I would sooner blame like apps like TikTok rather than freaking Grand Theft Auto 5, because like I'm pretty sure there's some research somewhere proving that TikTok shortens people's like attention spans and stuff and creates increased levels of anxiety and
Not only
whatnot.
that, like if you look at the algorithm, right,
Mhm.
all the famous people are just good-looking people, right? And
We're
it
not, real
ruins
quick.
your
We're not
self-esteem.
time out, and we just want to say this right now. We're not saying that TikTok is the reason for this, but we're just saying that there's probably gonna be some articles that's gonna say it. We're not saying it is though.
I'm not saying it is. I'm
Yeah,
just
we just wanna
saying
clear the air.
I would sooner blame TikTok than Grand Theft Auto,
There you go.
because like there is much more substantial evidence pointing towards it. But even then, like there's not enough research done on TikTok itself to be able to say that with certainty.
Yeah, we're
But-
saying this right now, so just in case some blue hair Twitter chick
Yeah.
tries to cancel us.
Mhm.
We were saying again, we're not blaming TikTok. We're just saying that there's somewhere out there, some fool is going to be writing articles saying that TikTok's the reason things like this happen. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's still more likely if there was one thing to blame, I would sooner blame TikTok than video games.
Social media.
I blame MySpace,
Social
but
media.
Nisus is dead.
Anyways,
Ezio, I know this is a tough topic. Do you have any thoughts, dude? Go ahead. Ezio.
Ezio.
I think he's disconnected.
Oh boy. Okay, it's fine. I'll message him real quick.
Okay,
Hold on.
can we like wrap it up because like I do need to go to bed and I'm getting really
too.
tired.
Yeah, I gotta check on my kid. So I'll say this right now. It's good to be back. This is my only time I'll be back. I'm still on sabbatical, but I will be back soon. Anyways, since I am here, I don't want to end this on a bummer. Is there any picks that you guys want to suggest for people? Video games, TV shows?
Oh, I do.
Go ahead.
So I just watched Top Gun Maverick, and that movie.
Don't you fucking spoil it.
I'm not. I promise you, I won't.
Okay.
I'm just saying that movie is amazing. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, like I know we don't like. I don't know how I feel about Tom Cruise.
I love Tom Cruise.
No, but
Yeah,
as a person,
like
as a
he
person.
might be a crappy person, but he's like a really great actor.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm excited for that movie, Mission Impossible, that's coming out next year. But overall, good movie. It was perfect. I'm glad. I love the sequel. There's nothing much I can say, but overall, please watch Top Gun Maverick. It's been like 30 something years, but it's still a beautiful movie. And the sequel was just right on the spot. And in my opinion, it was shot perfectly. I love about it. Tom Cruise, I don't like you as a person, like, of the cult that you're in, but I still love you as an actor.
Mhm.
Damn, Jen.
You had me at hello.
You had me at I want the truth.
I mean,
You
come
had
on.
me at could you please step out of the closet?
You had me at it's just stock car racing.
I mean, come on. Okay,
You
that's
had
it.
me at eyes wide shut.
Shut up. Over. Good movie.
You had me at this message will explode in 5 seconds.
You had me at I am in love with Katie Holmes.
Oh my god.
You had me at I remember the worry,
Worry,
the hurt
I
doesn't
can
show,
show
but
it.
the pain's still
So,
there.
brother,
No stranger to you and me.
You had me at Tropic Thunder.
Oh my god.
Was he
Okay.
even
stop.
in that movie?
Yes, he plays Stan Grossman. He plays the producer. He's supposed
No,
to be,
overall, I'm just saying is watch the movie, okay? I
Okay.
didn't mean to have a backhanded compliment, but okay.
You had me at you could be my wingman anytime.
Okay. All right, cool. My pick for this week and this whole month actually since I've been gone. I recently rewatched the Batman movie. Definitely check it out again. Love that movie. Also, Forgotten on Netflix. It's a Korean suspense movie. Very, very good. If you like a twist that's almost as sick as Old Boy twist, watch Forgotten. It will genuinely f you up. Also, Coherence. If you have Amazon Prime, watch the movie Coherence. It is a amazing sci-fi movie. Check it out. And my girl from Highlander, The Raven, is in the movie, so I'm very happy about that. Also, play the new game Moving Out. It's on Nintendo Switch. Just download it on digital. And pretty much, if you like Overcooked, you'll like Moving Out. You're a bunch of movers moving shit out of someone's house by any means necessary. Kamado, pick of the week. Go ahead.
Okay. I still say that the Batman was more boring than Morbius.
You can kiss my ass. We're
I will not.
We're going to talk about Morbius because there's so
and we're
much I
gonna
hate
talk
about
about
that
the
fucking
Batman.
film.
Honestly, like I had fewer problems with Morbius than I had with the Batman.
We're going to talk about Jen. Have you watched Morbius?
No, because you guys keep on saying it's negative, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Watch Morbius.
No, Morbius
is a piece of shit.
No, Morbius is an okay movie.
Oh, nigga, all that fucking hype it built up, even and 3 delays.
Honestly, the worst part of the movie is literally the mid credit scene. Honestly,
that was bullshit. Yeah,
like if they incorporated more
We should
like towards
team
the
up.
beginning of the movie,
fuck you.
like don't spoil it for Jen. Okay, but seriously though, pick of the week. Wow, it's really tough to call like anything because like, you know what? Play Dead or Alive 2. Just replay Dead
That's
or
a
Alive
really
2.
good game.
Or
Yeah,
watch
it's
Sonic the Hedgehog 2 again.
Yep, that too. That movie was good.
God.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Play
I saw that movie
play
while I was
Sonic
high.
Heroes.
Mm.
Play Sonic Heroes again as Team Chaotix. Like I really want Vector to show up in Sonic 3. Like
I
real
watched them. I watched that movie when I was high as fuck. That movie was fucking lit.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Manga, read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like I no like I'm not trying even to like Joe Bro or anything. Like I'm just saying it's fun to read. Okay, it's just genuinely fun to read. You might actually like it. Let's see. Okay, as far as anime go, I would say if you haven't watched it yet, watch Eighth Mobile Suit Team. It's a Gundam series that takes place in the Philippines. It's only 12 episodes. Classic. Finally got that MS07B-3
Right for Filipino
in the
representation.
original cobalt blue, not that stupid crimson one that they sell at Target.
Damn.
Yeah, because like, why would you make it red? It makes no sense. I want it in the original colors. Don't watch Stardust Memories. Okay, watch the first half of Stardust Memories. Don't watch the second half. It was garbage. I don't care. I don't care what Scott Zillner has to say or what Joe Cabello has to say about it. I know they're both fans of Stardust Memories, but like I'm gonna be honest, the second half sucked. Like, no offense, gentlemen, I love you, but I'm sorry, but no. Let's see. TV show picks. Rewatch Yu Hakusho. Like I know you've seen it 19 times, but watch it a 20th time. It's always just as fun. But if you want to try something new, try Tokyo Revengers. I don't know if I recommend it.
You mean Black Air Force Energy, the anime?
I don't know if I recommended it in a past podcast. I'm not gonna like look back right now just to see it, but if I did, just in case if I haven't, watch Tokyo Revengers. Or if you want to try Shoujo Toradora, like that one's actually not bad. Or Komi Can Communicate, though I haven't watched season 2 yet. Music?
No.
AC/DC or Prince?
Shouts to Kabuto. Before I had switched to my new job, I was honestly bumping the Beatles to and from my previous job. So thank you for the birthday gifts. I was listening to Revolver on repeat.
I told you, Revolver is like album.
With that being said, guys, we're done. Thank you guys so much for coming in. This is episode 155 of Scribbling Podcast. The king has returned, so I'm gonna take my throne real quick, and I want to say, shouts to everyone. Thank you so much, guys, for asking about Baby J and stuff like that. I greatly appreciate it. It's been a little bit. I needed to do this episode because I had a lot of pent up aggression about what happened, and I just need to voice my opinion now that I'm a father and I actually have an opinion about this thing now. Outside just being someone was like, I have a kid that I have to look after now. So I do appreciate it. Shouts to everybody who's been wishing me the best of luck and stuff like that. I've been reading your IG stuff and your Twitters. I'm coming back, not right now, but I'll be coming back in July. Yeah, I'll be back in July full time. So as long as Kabuto, Jen, Skooks, and Ezio hold the ship down, they're in good hands. So there you go. Kabuto, Cyclops Kabuto, what's your closest statement for episode 155? Go.
You may say the king's back, but the god's also back.
Get the fuck out of here. Jen, what's your closest statement for episode 155? Go.
Keep everything 100, or no, I'm just kidding. Watch Top Gun Maverick. Good movie.
Okay. Oh, also, real quick, for those who were wondering, I have not edited 154 yet, which was last week's episode. I'll be doing that, so you'll get last week's episode and this week's episode by the end of this week. There you go. Also, one more thing. Be sure to follow. Nice shirt, dude. Be sure to follow our girl, Bride of Spider-Man, Noemi Thunder Chica. Please be sure to follow her on Twitch. She's actually been very holding it down for us because she's the only person in the squad that's currently streaming until Kabuto is off on break. And
Yeah, and I'll start doing I'll continue Sonic Heroes and do Jedi Fallen Order.
yeah, Jen, you should totally jump on the Twitch stream for real.
That's okay.
Yes, you should totally do it.
No, it's okay.
You
You guys,
you have the knowledge to do it anyways.
it's okay.
But yes, but please be sure to follow Bride Spider-Man on her Twitch. She's been holding down for us. Bride, we really appreciate it, girl. Thank
Love you,
so
homegirl.
much. And with that being said, guys, you can then this is the last time you're gonna hear me say this for a little bit again, but you can then now and forever email us at where is it? Okay, here it is. Boom.
Scrubloadgaming@gmail.com.
That's scrubloadgamebooks@gmail.com. For any questions, comments, stories, advice, business cards, all that good stuff. You can also follow us on our link tree. Where is it? Here it is.
Yes, we have a link tree. Deal with it.
On our link tree at Scrubcode Gaming, you can follow us on our home base, SoundCloud.com/Scrubcode Gaming. To go on, take the show on the road, SoundCloud, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and Breaker Audio. If you want to get a hold of any of us, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Reckless_Fox. Boom. Follow on YouTube page, Reckless Fox, and can follow all my latest gaming content when I am on Twitch, on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. Kabuto, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto, and you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, where I will start streaming again, like starting 2 weeks from now, and I'll be doing, Sonic Heroes, Dark Story, and I will get started on Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh, that's gonna be lit.
I still haven't got started on Kingdom Hearts. I'm gonna have to do that eventually.
I already know I'm gonna have to do Kingdom Hearts because my fiance wants to finish Kingdom Hearts. So yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
By the way, when are you gonna finish Miles Morales?
When I jump back on Twitch, which should be either tonight or tomorrow, because I'm almost done with the game. I'm halfway through it. I actually was doing some of the side missions.
Okay. Well, I hope that you have not streamed the secret training mission.
I have not done that yet.
Because I want you to do it on stream.
Okay. Jen, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram.com/Jen Messina, and you can find me on TikTok, GMSC2. You next.
Well, you know where you can find me. Anyways, and you can follow and Skooks and Ezio. Unfortunately, their audios got cut out, so they will be back next week. But you can follow Skooks at the back of a Denny's fight for chump change, and on Sundays you can find him fighting for real money at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles near you. Till then, guys.
Well, at least no one's getting stabbed over a Popeye's chicken sandwich anymore.
He lived to tell about it because he was on that Sean Bean where Sean Bean got stabbed, finished his drink, then went to the hospital. So, guys, this is the Scrubber Game Podcast, and as always, peace out, bless up, and keep working things $20 or less. And we bid you all adieu. Goodbye, and good night. Deuces. Bye, guys. Take care. Whoop, whoop.